I always say, me, I'm a teacher. I go with my notes. So today, this special one. Before we get into it, I want to remind you of what we've been talking about on how to create wealth. We talked about having multiple streams of income. Don't depend on one channel. Get a lot of them. Get here, there, 100. Before you know it, it's 300 per day. That's good for you. The other one was that you were supposed to make money while you sleep. I showed you about the book that I have written. You can put your book on Amazon. You can sell things online as you are sleeping. People are buying from there. Make something like that. You can also employ people to do the same work that you do, but then you have 5, 6 people doing the same work. That is money while you are sleeping. You can be off from your work. The whole point is to be off the equation, but money is still coming in. That is making money while you are sleeping. Today, it's very special. This one is about calculating your energy versus what you earn. Have you ever seen? There can be 2 people, different areas. They probably bought this merchandise. Let's imagine these books are the same. They bought this merchandise from the same shop. This one goes to become a millionaire in like one year or just 6 months. This one is still running around on the street trying to sell to this one and this one and this one. Meanwhile, these things are the same. But this particular person decides, you know what? These books are the same. What I will do, I'll just tweak it a little bit. I'll put my name on it. They decide to just tweak it with one thing, and it costs them maybe $1. You go with the same merchandise that everybody else has seen everywhere else. You don't do anything about it. This one goes to sell this particular merchandise for $100. You're selling it for $10. Same energy. Did someone get that? Same energy. The same merchandise. This one has just tweaked it a little bit. $1 extra. But they are selling 100, and this one is being sold for $10.
Okay.
There can be 2 people. The same. We see these things everywhere. Someone is selling tomatoes in this area of town. This other one decides, I'm going to sell my tomatoes to maybe a supermarket. And they decide, no, after I cultivate my plants, I'm going to do this and this, and I'll put only in there and there and there and there, not anywhere else. But this other person, because they think, no, somebody's going to steal my money, somebody's going to exploit me if I don't do it myself, they sit by the roadside and start selling the same tomatoes that they have worked so hard for like less than $1 for 3 tomatoes. They are in the sun, burning, getting burnt down, melting down, getting depressed, getting angry because there's not so many clients here. Same tomatoes. This one decides, I'm going to sell to all supermarkets around. I'll supply them within 1 hour. He has supplied for more than, let the drums roll, $10,000 or 10,000 of whatever your money is. Now tell me. Same merchandise, different energy, and profits are different.
Okay.
It lies in the understanding of how much energy you want to use for something or what you're going to sell, the energy that you're going to use and how much you're going to make a profit of. A lot of people, sometimes it's not even about having the same merchandise. It's very prominent, especially in African countries. You find a woman is selling peanuts for less than $0.25. And they say, at least it brings back the money. It doesn't bring back the money because you haven't paid your salary. Get me? You haven't paid yourself the salary for sitting there. But yes, you got the money back. You got maybe even 25 cents over that. But can you pay your money? If you put that your profit, the transportation that you paid to go and buy those peanuts, you minus it from that. The lunch that you bought while you were selling those, did you minus it from that? The amount that you paid for that, when you take it out, do you actually have anything left for you to talk about that you're making profit from this business? Most of you will say no. Because I know this. I'll tell you one thing that I did with my mom. I crashed my mom's business down, like totally. She said she had a business. And of course, I help my mom with whatever she needs for the day. But she just wanted to keep herself busy. Then she told me, I want to start a small shop by the house. And I'm thinking, oh, wow, okay. So I sent her a starting capital. And she was very dedicated to it. Then when I arrived after some time, I think it was like a year or two, I arrived at her place only to find she was actually selling things like matchboxes. I'm laughing because I could see the joke in it, but she couldn't. And she was actually telling me that I am such a bad demeanor when it comes to, like I brought her whole idea away from, down, like I looked down on her. Of course, I was looking down on her because according to her, she said, at least I can buy bread. People are coming to buy. Yes, she was of service to the community. She would sell bread. She would sell juice. She would sell whatever. So I sat down with her after I had seen her toil like that for, not that she was toiling, but for me it was toiling because it's energy. Me, every time somebody uses energy in a way I consider wrong, I see it as toiling because you're not supposed to toil if you do things right, if you do things smart.
Nope.
You will never use your energy wrong. Well, you can use your energy and then it doesn't become what you wanted it to be. But that is a lesson. So it's nothing like you lost energy. No, you learned something from it. But my mom was literally convinced that this business was okay because she would come home with some money. So I asked her after I think 3-4 days, Mom, I want you to sit down here. Let's see how many things you have in the shop. Just maybe half of it. We calculated the half and we could see how much money she spent on each of those things. Then I asked her, okay, so how much are you making from this? Oh, from this, I make like this. On some of the things, she made like $2. Some of the things, she made like $5, $10. It was okay, according to her. Then I started now asking her, okay, this is now your shop. This is where you're supposed to get your everything. I also want to remind you that I also send money for you to have this and this and this. And if there's anything that's broken in the house, I also send money for you to do that. So if this was your business, if this you call a business is supposed to be a good business, it's supposed to help you through all those things because that was the whole denominator of me starting this business for you. It was that you could be sustainable on your own. You could sustain yourself and that you could also keep yourself busy along the way. When we finished calculating, I asked her, okay, so at lunch break, you go to eat. Yeah, it's fine. It's from home. But let's consider that. Let's take it that it's your job.
Okay.
Let's take it that this business is your job and you're not at home. What were you going to do at lunch break? Were you going to starve or you actually going to go out and buy a meal? Yes, I'll buy a meal. How much is a meal in town? Let's put it on an average. Nothing high, nothing low, just something in between. We calculated it. Okay, and you need transportation every time you go to pick these things and back. How much fuel do you use and how much can you calculate it in money? We put it there. Okay, now, Mom, after you make this your profit, fine. Let me ask you this one thing. When all this is done, how much is your salary? She was quiet. What are you talking about? I said, yeah, the whole point of having a business is that you can sustain yourself and you can have some money to save. Okay, fine. We won't talk about your salary. How much do you save from this money? What do you mean? Now I'm asking intentionally annoying questions that are going to make even you think. If this business you call a business is unable to give you a salary, is unable to help you save for your next big project, why are you calling it a business? Because the description of a business, from what I know, it is supposed to actually end into an equity, which is going to be a profit. That's like a saving.